Hey, what's up, Satyrs, and welcome to a game called Dear Esther Landmark Edition, apparently. So, I don't know much about this game, it was just recommended to me on Steam, and let's take at the game page. So, here it is, Dear Esther. Yeah. Apparently, it is a walking simulator. And I was like, oh, it looks pretty enough. I could dig the vibes to it. But why did Steam recommended this game to me? And I went here and I took a look at the tags and I saw horror and psychological horror. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I can see why. I'm into that shit. So yeah, let's play it. Progress is saved at the end of each chapter. Oh, these are chapters. There's the lighthouse, there's the bayou, and the caves, and the beacon. Director's commentary. No. I'm gonna do all of the commenting here. Thank you very much.
Dear Esther, I sometimes feel as if I've given birth to this island. Somewhere between the longitude and latitude, a split opened up, and it beached remotely here. No matter how hard I correlate, it remains a singularity, an alpha point in my life that refuses all hypothesis. I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim.
Okay. Am I the narrator and I can move? Okay. Oh, I can zoom in? Oh. So yeah, this is a walking simulator, but it is also a horror game. So be on the lookout, and that's one creepy ass lighthouse. I don't know. I love lighthouses. And I also love horror, and I love the lighthouse horror movie, and I love everything about it. So therefore I love this place already. Okay. Seriously, am I the narrator? Did I went here? Am I looking for my wife, Esther? Am I a James Sunderland? Are we gonna find out that I accidentally killed her in the past because of something petty, and it's my guilt playing tricks on me, haunting me, making me regret, pushing me to madness and all that? Okay. Are there any ghosts here? Esther, are you here? Are you gonna haunt me? Oh, I have a flashlight. Esther? Dearest? Are you... Oh. Okay. Am I gonna find, another way down or up? Oh. Okay, are there, demonic rituals happening here? Silent Hill. I'm just gonna say it, Silent Hill. Okay. Definitely Silent Hill. Am I gonna grab into there and grab a key? Silent Hill 2 style? Okay, I'm glad that it automatically turns off itself. Can I jump? No, I can't. Okay, it's just a walking simulator. Okay, cool. Fine. I dig it. Let's just... not there, here. Let's just breathe in the atmosphere. Skies, the foliage, and what's that? Paper. Piece of paper. We're on an island. Maybe somewhere in Scotland or Ireland. I don't know. Somewhere. With a lot of rocks and a lot of blue paint. Yes, a lot of paint. Okay. Anyway, let's get a move on. Two roads diverge in a path over here, so which one shall I take? Let's go down first. Because I have a feeling we need to go there, and here is just an extra place. We can look for ghosts. Yes, ghosts. Ghosty ghost? Is anyone in here? Can I run? No, I can't. Okay. Ah, interesting, interesting. Okay. Don't mind the noises. Ah, there seems to be a bunch of crab catching implements here. No? Yeah, yeah, those, use those to catch crabs. Ah, okay. Crab traps and a plastic bag. Don't litter. Who went here? This looks like an isolated island, so why are there so many trash in here? Uh, oh, shortcut. Okay.
At night, you can see the lights sometimes from a passing tanker or trawler. From up on the cliffs, they are mundane. But down here, they fugue into ambiguity. For instance, I cannot readily tell if they belong above or below the waves. The distinction now seems banal. Why not everything and all at once? There's nothing better to do here than indulge in contradictions whilst waiting for the fabric of life to unravel.
You definitely killed your wife, didn't you? You're out here. Oh, weird ass symbol on the ground. Definitely aliens or demons. Or Cthulhu. Why not both? Aliens or demons? Why not both? Cthulhu. So yeah, you're out here on a deserted island and you're philosophizing. Melancholic philosophizing. So yeah,
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
So why are we here? Looking for your wife. And what is this place? Why would anyone be here? Oh, can I? Oh, I can't go there. Okay. BRB. It's gonna be a long walk from here. Seriously, what's the symbol? Is that the perfect circle thing, you know, a circle that keeps going around and around and around and until it becomes so little you can't see it anymore? I forgot what's that called. Let me get a sip of my coffee though. Okay. Huh. Must have been the wind. I was not expecting to be turned into a Skyrim guardsman. But here we are. Okay, wind. It's kinda nice though. I like those types of winds. You know, the strong gusts of air. They're cool and they splash all over your face and it's nice. It feels nice. I know I'm a bit weird, but I like it. I like strong winds. I like the sound of rain, but I don't like lightning so much. I'm not scared of them. It's just that they're so loud and I don't know. Sometimes something breaks and I don't like that. Oh, am I supposed to get some lore if I went there? Let me check. Can I drop down from here? Ah! I'm guessing there's no fall damage. This is after all a walking simulator. So they didn't think about, you know, the gamers gonna be worrying about fall damage. Plus it's encoded in our genes as gamers. We check for fall damage. We check for friendly fire. We check for fire damage if the torch or bonfire is actually hurting us. What else do we check? For poison, yeah, we check those. That's why Dark Souls is such a treat. Because everything we check for, yep, it can kill us. Everything in Dark Souls, it can kill you. Even talking to one of the merchants can kill you. Okay, tell me something I don't know. Oh, you're not gonna spit out some lore for me or something on your mind? We're here on the gap. We can't cross. Something about your life and about your wife that you couldn't bridge the gap to, or something like that. Some metaphor, philosophy you want to spit out on me? Hmm? None? Okay. This is a fruitless endeavor. How do I need to go around, or can I just cross to here? There's actually no fall damage. Oh, I can just walk. Okay. 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 Oh,
Donnelly reported
there
the
we go.
legend of the hermit, a
Mm-hmm.
holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the
Oh.
creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How
Oh.
disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'll
Oh.
find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Oh. Okay. There's a legend about this island. Oh, here's the cave. Is this your Oh no, this is the gap. Okay. Is this your gift? A can of paint? Well, that's not a very good gift. Who would want a can of paint? Well, there are people who would want that, for their home or for their friends. But this guy lives in a cave. Why would he want this? Cave paintings? Light? Where's my flashlight? I can't see anything. Oh. Oh. Oh, there's light. Whoa, what's that? Is someone signaling me? Is that Morse code or something? I guess, but I don't know what it means. For those who know Morse code, could you help me out here? What does it mean? Help me? Or don't come in here? Or run away? I don't know. SOS? There's no fall damage, so let's try if I can shimmy my way over there. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Come on, come on. Shimmy, shimmy. Ah, crap. No. Ah, frick. The sound of the wind. It's so soothing. I love it. Especially when you go to a countryside and you're at an open field and the wind just blows hard at you. Love it. Love that feeling. Or when you're at the beach and you're hanging out by the cliffs. Oh, nature, man. Nature. I get it why some people love nature. Nature's just so beautiful and soothing and enigmatic. You're away from the city, you're away from people, you're just by yourself out in nature. There's something, it broadens your perspective at times like those. Oh, nice. Nice. I like this game. You could almost feel the wind.
A wonderful sight.
The moon cresting the junction between the cliff path and the stone circle. It cast a shadow of the ridge across the beach, all the world as if you had signed your name in untidy handwriting.
Um, is that the moon? Is it nighttime? Ah, I thought it was just, stormy. With stormy clouds and stormy weather. And stormy stuff. You can actually see storm up there. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Love it. Ooh. Hello. Music?
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice,
Oh.
they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Okay. So you've given up, I guess. Ooh, that's kind of a weird tradition or ritual. You're dying and you just carve those things. That's a very big carving, if I do say so myself. But hey, whatever works for you, man. Whatever your culture is or whatever your tradition is, cool. Peace of mind, spirituality. It's all in the mind, so why not exploit it? Why not utilize it? Ah, colorful plants. What are these? Where am I going? Oh, kind of weird path over here. And weird
We
totems.
are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
Do you mean that metaphorically, or did you actually steal the bones of the hermit and threw it in the lake over there? Could be both. Could be both. We may never know. Or we're about to find out. Where can I go? I don't actually see a path here. Only this one, so I'm guessing we're heading... Oh, we're heading for the cave. Okay. We're heading for the butthole cave by the rocks. Sure. Sounds lovely.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Oh, is Paul your... Is Paul your, son, by any chance? And why do I hear radio static? Radio noise. Definitely Silent Hill. Radio? Killed? Or, video killed The radio star. I think that's the way forward, and I meant to explore the cave, or the radio could be at that crash site over there. I could see holes for the sails of a ship. Can I even get there? I don't think so, because I can't jump for some odd reason. I know you're not supposed to jump at slippery rocks, but still, it's a video game. Okay, isa.
I find myself increasingly unable to find that point where the hermit ends and Paul and I begin.
Oh,
We are woven into a sodden blanket, stuffed into the bottom of a boat to stop the leak and hold back the ocean.
okay. Nice
My
metaphor.
neck aches from staring up at the aerial. It mirrors the dull throb in my gut where I am sure I've begun to form another stone. In my dreams, it forms into a perfect representation of Lot's wife, head over her shoulder, staring along the motorway at the approaching traffic in a vacuum of fatalistic calm.
Who is Lot? Friend? Neighbor? Oh my god, this is definitely Cthulhu. Definitely Cthulhu. Weird ass symbols. Trying to conjure the great old ones. That looks like a lobster. I'm kind of hungry right now. Oh, I'm guessing this is the way to the crash site. Oh, wait, what? Um, um, wait. How did that happen? Okay, this game is messing with me. I think because I went like this and went to this path. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I just got turned around. No, it was just an optical illusion. No, there aren't two paths. There's just one path, divided in the middle. Okay. I got turned around there. Sorry. Because I was expecting this was the path to that, crash site over there. Okay, okay. Sorry. I'm an idiot. So I take full responsibility and ask for your forgiveness. Okay, could the Final Fantasy Dark Souls music stop it, please? Okay, there we go. Settle down now. Settle down. I'm moving it. It feels like I'm fighting Sister Fried again. Frida? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Who else? There's that one boss in Dark Souls 2. Or was it in 1? In either of those games,
I've become convinced I am not alone here, even though I'm equally sure it is simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance. I do not, for instance, remember where I found the candles, or why I took it upon myself to light such a strange pathway. Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
where's the candles? Am I gonna see aliens on the cliff there, like in Mario 64? What was they called? Valley something creepers. You know, in the aliens, ghost thingies in a kid's game, Mario 64. Where's the candles? Oh, we're definitely not alone here. Ghosts or monsters, I don't know. And it kind of reminds me of Amnesia. I wish we have more games like those, Amnesia. Oh, Stonehenge, hello. Yeah, we need more indie horror games like those because I feel like we don't get enough of those now. Because back in the day we get a lot of those, tons of those. But now it seems like they're only following PT or Resident Evil. Heck, even Silent Hill is copying Resident Evil. But yeah, most of the time, the games, the indie horror games, we get PT or Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, like the other one I played. What do you call this? Dollmare. It kind of feels like a Five Nights at Freddy's things. So yeah, we need more like a Cry of Fear or Amnesia. I don't know, or maybe I just didn't discover them yet on Steam or itch.io. New ones, I mean to say. Oh, there's a Bible here. I found Gideon's Bible and chemistry for some odd reason. I thought religion didn't mix well with science, but in fact, you should use them both because some things that can't be explained by religion can be explained by science, and some things that can't be explained by science can be explained by religion. You know, utilize them both. Why limit yourself? You know, ooh boy, that's a long drop. Okay, that would have been so cool, you know? If you look over here and there's a monster here that's gonna push you and, I don't know, teleport you at the start just to startle you or frighten you. Oh my. That would have been so cool. Missed opportunity, game. Missed opportunity. So where was I? Yeah, that's why I like Star Wars so much because it mixes fantasy and sci-fi, and also why I like Cthulhu stuff, Lovecraftian stuff. Can I go here? Because it mixes horror and science. You know. I know what you're trying to say. You can only serve one master, dude. You can serve both. Why limit yourself? You know, dual wield, dual class. Okay, the storm is coming. It's the calm before the storm. Flashlight, could you turn on? I'm gonna turn on the brightness because it's too dark. I can't see anything. Oh. This is the point of no return, so... Yup. Okay, loading.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Were you trying to meet with your wife or something? Is this during the time of the war? You two are on a rendezvous and you didn't find a location and she got killed or something? I don't know. I'm not really sure. Oh. More Morse code. Okay. Oh. Oh, I can go there or I can go over here. Decisions. This looks like the way forward, so I'm gonna go here for now. Oh, but there are ships there. Oh. Interesting. If only I could run. Oh, interesting. Broken down ships. What do you guys feel when you see old and rusted things, broken things? Me, I kind of find them fascinating. To me, they seem to hold mystery and adventure. So yeah, when I see a dilapidated building or a broken down bus or shipwreck like this, all rusted and time has not been kind to it, I have the sudden urge to explore it. I'm not saying you should explore it because urban, especially urban exploring, because there could be homeless people there that are armed, or cultists, or drug dealers, hiding there from the police. But look for relatively safe ones, in an isolated area where no one goes. Or just bring a buddy, bring someone, and or bring protection or something, like bear spray or a knife, folding knife. There could be bears in there. Oh, you mean to tell me I can't explore this place? Come on! Come on! You're gonna tantalize me with something like this and I can't explore it? Oh, crap, let me. No, 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 let me explore it. Let's just. Let me in there. Oh, crap. I hate this game now. Dude, just let me in. Oh, crap. No. No, it's not gonna let me in. Oh, no. You'd think you could get in, if you could jump. But I can't jump. Let's just go back to the path, I guess. Is there a ghost in here? Oh, no. I thought that was a ghost. It said horror. Or maybe, it was just trying to mess with me. To feel afraid when there's nothing really going on. Okay. Oh, but I want to explore that place. Yeah, about exploring, it's very dangerous, so I wouldn't really recommend doing it. But if you can handle yourself, go for it. Seems like, adventure. And with adventure comes danger, so
I've
be
begun to wonder
warned.
if Donnelly's voyage here was as prosaic as it was presented. How disappointed not to have found the bones of the holy man. No wonder he hated the inhabitants so. To him they must have seemed like barnacles mindlessly clinging to a mercy seat.
Mm-hmm.
Why cling so hard to the rock? Because it is the only thing that stops us from sliding into the ocean. Into oblivion.
Oh. Okay, what's written in there? Did he eat nor drink? I can't read the rest. Neither did he eat or drink. What's that last one? I can't read. It's too far away. Oh, was that? I could have sworn I heard oh, that's not a Morse code. That's just one of those floaty thing in the oceans. Kind of like traffic cones of the ocean. I don't know what they're called. Oh, am I? Oh, no, you don't. Oh, you don't, you fucker. I'm supposed to go back there. Okay, I'm here. I'm here now. I thought I was supposed to go back there, but no, there's another path here that you couldn't see properly. Anyway, let's take a good look at what's written here. Oh, and neither did he eat nor drink. Who? The hermit? The captain of this um boat? Okay, let's keep going then. So,
I had kidney
oh,
stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
oh. So um your wife died in a car crash and you have kidney stones. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Can't you pee? You know, like that police officer in the Green Mile movie. Okay. So a lot of bad thing is happening to you. So why are you here? Why aren't you resting? Or can it be treated? I don't think so because in the Green Mile the black guy he did miracles, and that's the only thing that cured the kidney stones. And also the wife of the chief is dying.
When I
Oh,
first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
what? Big hole. Big hole. Am I supposed to dive into the hole? Big hole. Big hole. I don't like that. No, seriously. Sometimes if the wind is too loud, it sounds like a banshee screaming. Oh, there's a house over there. No, seriously. Here in our house, sometimes when there's a storm and yeah, like this, the winds are very loud. Sometimes the wind turns or sounds like screaming, and it's
I
very
found a
weird.
climb, away from the sea and towards the center. It is a straight line to the summit, where the evening begins to coil around the aerial and squeeze the signals into early silence. The bothy squats against the mount to avoid the gaze of the aerial. I too will creep under the island like an animal and approach it from the northern shore.
Okay, sounds like a plan, but why though? Yeah, strong winds. Sounds like screaming, and it's both weird and terrifying. What is this place? Fields? Um, you took care of sheeps here because it kind of looks like a farm. There's a shed. Um, here there's supposed to be a gate here, I think. I don't know. It changed after some time. Hmm. Soothing music. Hmm.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding
Oh.
had formalized into a career.
Oh, I told you.
The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
So I was right. Shepherding. It kind of looks like a place you would shepherd or herd animals in. Oh, there's the music is too loud. I can't actually control it. Okay, I think it's a bit better. I turned the music off or toned it down a bit.
My heart is landfill. These false dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass. I have always heard the waves break on these lost shores, always the gulls forgotten. I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
Okay. So, this place is abandoned for a very long time now. Kind of sad. Some guy just wanted to raise some sheeps or goats and get a wife, start a life here, and no, death. All you get is death. More symbols. Okay. Well, such is life. It can be cruel at times, harsh even. But what can we do? It's like the coming storm. You can't really do much about it. You can just move out of the way and hope that it doesn't, catch you. You can't really stop it, predict it, or avoid it.
Jakobsen's ribcage, they told Donnelly, was
Oh.
deformed, the result of some birth defect or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him. Unable to contain the shattering of his heart.
Oh.
In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop. A false and calcified seabird.
Oh. Why did you have to phrase it like that? That's kind of sad. He died of a broken heart. No one loved him. I guess mommy or daddy didn't love him. All he had was his goats. Sad. Hello? Hello? I swore I heard the coughing of a baby. Weird. Or it was just the music. Okay.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. All around him, small flowers were reaching for the weak sun. The goats had adjusted happily to life without a shepherd and were grazing freely about the valley. Donnelly reports they hurled the body in fear and disgust down the shaft, but I cannot corroborate this story.
So it was just a legend? I guess. Oh, we're gonna go to another cave. Cool. Cool.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg.
Ow!
I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Should we turn back? Should we turn back? I'm injured. Now we're gonna press on? Okay. I'm limping. Ugh. And I don't like that idea. You know, you have a swollen foot and it's injured and wounded. And we're gonna. Oh, I don't like this game. I don't like this game. It reminds me of that cave in Bloodborne. I don't like this game. No, 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 no. We're gonna go into the hole? I don't like this. Ah! I fell. Ow. My butt. Why did you do
Donnelly's
this?
addiction is my one true constant. Even though I wake in false dawns and find the landscape changing, flowing inconstantly through my tears, I know his reaching is always upon me.
Oh, okay. There we go. Where are we? You know, this was not a bright idea. You're injured, you're wounded, and you fell through a hole in a cave. This will not end well. What are we even looking for here? Oh, we're crawling now. I know you're soul searching and all, but why? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go deeper. Okay, we stop crawling. What's in here? Oh. Oh. That looks like the way forward, so just go back here. We're gonna go through another hole, it seems. But this time with water. Ah.
There is no other direction, no other exit from this motorway. Speeding past this junction, I saw you waiting at the roadside, a one last drink in your trembled hands.
What? So you mean to tell me... It kinda seems like the drunk you were referring to was your wife. Or something. Or a friend. I don't even know anymore. Okay. Regret. All I can get from this is regret. Okay. Let me out. Come on. There we go. Okay. Weird ass cave. Still, it's pretty to look at. Okay. Ah, pretty waterfalls. And that's being illuminated by bioluminescent algae. Okay, there's only one way forward. Geronimo. Ooh. Is there anything down here? No, nothing. It's just a dip. Okay, let's get back up. Okay, watch your step. This is very slippery. Ah, pretty. Ah. Ah, so bright and blue. Yeah, I'm just a loss for words here. Everything just looks so pretty now. Yeah, I can totally understand why people love, exploring caves. Because The underworld is another world in itself. Oh, okay. Okay, try not to fall or slip. Nope. Nah. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. No. 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 Okay, hug the walls. Hug it. Hug it. Hug it like it's your mother. Yes, cling to it. The wall is our friend. The wall is a safe place. And there we go. Okay, where are we heading this time? Ah, bioluminescent mushrooms. Okay. Um, something tells me those paint isn't natural. Or they're natural because they're made from the mushrooms, but it's not natural as in those are just everyday paint. Oh, massive cave.
If the caves are my guts, this must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise, singing through the tunnels. Everything here is bound by the rise and fall, like a tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'm more fascinated by the visuals than, the horror aspect of it. Or the story itself. Is this the way forward? Are we finally gonna go back up? There it is again. That paint and those paintings. What does it all mean? I wonder. Oh. Are we gonna fight Seed from Dark Souls 1? It reminds me of that place. Can I go here? I can't. No, I can't. you know, that hallway, wait, you're heading for Seed's room and it's filled with crystals. Yeah, it reminds me of that.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
Am I dead? I shouldn't be here. Ah, crap. I done goofed. I thought I was not thinking. Oh no, I can't get out. Help! Help! I'm gonna drown. Help! I was a dumbass. Why did I go here? Ah, crap. I can't really die. No, no, is this how it ends? No, I'm just gonna restart.
Donnelly's addiction is my one true constant. Even though I wake in false dawns and find the landscape changing, flowing inconstantly through my tears, I know his reaching is always upon me. In my final dream, I sat at peace with Jakobsen and watched the moon over the Sandford Junction. Goats grazed on the hard shoulder, the world gone to weed and redemption. He showed me his fever scars, and I mine, between each shoulder the nascency of flight.
Your dialogue is different now. You were talking about your kidney stone here, so what happened? Anyway. Okay, let's try not to be a dumbass and jump into that puddle.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
Behold, Damascus of Taken. Am I gonna find an eldritch god here? Okay, the music is being distorted. I guess. Away from being a city. Okay. Find it. I don't know how to read that. Be a ruinous heap. Okay. What are these? What are these? Branches? Or no, not branches. Vines? Bioluminescent vines? Okay, I'm more and more interested in this game now. And I haven't found a single spook. Okay. I'm guessing we're gonna dive deep now. It reminds me of the forest. Okay, in we go. I do not like this. It feels like Subnautica and I don't appreciate it. Oh. Okay. It's not so bad. Are we gonna jump into another hole again? What's up with you? You sprained your knee and it's bruised. Oh, are we not? Going to jump. Ow. Crap. Something pushed me. Something pushed me. I thought I could shimmy my way over there, but no. Something pushed me. A city underwater. I don't like it. Like that level with Judy in Cyberpunk. I don't like that level. Okay. Why are there coins? Am I dead? Is this my payment for Chiron? Okay. Where am I going? Game? Explains. Oh, okay, we're disappearing. Am I drowning? Am I dead? Okay. Nah, we're just nearly drowning. Nearly drowning. Okay. Am I gonna find an eldritch being and be enlightened or something? Okay, why am I so slow? Why am I so slow? The game is being over dramatic. Am I gonna be birthed anew? Birthed into a sweetings? I don't know. Okay. I think I just got birthed again. I'm a fresh man. Fresh, Ooh. Oh, okay, it's definitely Renala. Okay. The moon. Was it all worth it? Your soul searching? It sounds like this is the end of the
I
game.
wish I could have known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea?
Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
What? Our character is going mad. I think that's the way forward. Yeah, that's the way forward. So, let's check the docs first. Pictures. Oh.
We shall begin to assemble our own version of the North Shore. We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
Yeah, definitely. The death of your wife, I'm guessing, weighs heavily on you. Did you do this? Oh. Okay, you are clearly messed up. So the story about the hermit, you became the hermit. That's what I'm gathering here. You did all of this. You went to an island, an isolated island, and I don't know. You went completely mad here. Quite fascinating though. I'm intrigued. But there's a cell service. So there's a bit of civilization here. Still though, what's that? Oh, there's actually two docks. Ah! No! What's flashing before my eyes?
Come back.
What the heck was that? Oh, did I die? Okay. Apparently I can die in this game. You're not gonna tell me something about that? It kinda looks like circuitry. Okay, there's another docks here with a candlelight. Oh, not gonna explain anything to me? Okay. Is this the same cave we explored? I don't know, it seems different. No, it's different. It's different. So there's a car crash, there's your operation, and I'm guessing that's your wife, Esther Donnelly. What? But why are you rambling that she went here and did all of this? See, there's a cell service over there. I don't know, man. Because you kept talking about a car crash and how it took her. But you said that she went here. See? Car crash. Car crash. I don't really know what's going on, man. But it's very fascinating. You even drew on the side of the mountain? What the heck? That's some dedication.
Hall by the roadside, by the exit for Damascus, all ticking and cooled, all feathers and remorse, all of these signals routed like traffic through the circuit diagrams of our guts, those badly written boats torn bottomless in the swells, washing us forever ashore.
Oh, am I Paul? Am I your son or something? What's this? Um, I all right from heaven, Sean. Around. Frick! I fell around him. Okay. But how am I hearing your thoughts? Huh? I don't know if I'm even Paul. Or I don't know, maybe my character just has a bunch of letters. He's reading through them. And the narrator is just narrating them. I think I can go here. What's with the creepy music? It stopped. It stopped. A light from heaven shone around him. Okay. Now I can read it. How do I get back up though? That's the question. Come on, come on. No. Crap. Come on, come on, come on. Just a bit more, just a bit more. There we go. I played Mass Effect 1. You know, when you drive the Mako, you don't need to drive around the mountain, you just need to drive over it. Those were the good old days.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
So, yeah. Yep, I think that's it. I guess we got one of those letters, or a couple of them. And we're following the footsteps of the narrator. Because he disappeared. Day. Never to be seen again. On this island. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him and he fell to the ground. And there's a bunch of eggs here. What the heck? Breakfast? So, is there nothing in here? No jump scare whatsoever? Okay. Gonna just go. Oh! I thought it was shallow waters. Thanks, disemboweled voice, for restoring me back to life. Because I was a dumbass. Okay, let's go here. Are we gonna go to that place? Cool, I guess. But that's a long ass walk though. And I kinda don't want it. Man, you did all of this with a sprained knee or a sprained ankle. I don't know. You were injured and you're wobbling all over the place, and you did all of this paintings, candles, markings on the mountains. You did all of that while injured. Okay, cool, cool. Very epic of you, I guess. Ah, we are heading for that
A
cell
sound of
signal.
torn metal, teeth running over the edge of the rocks, a moon that casts a signal as I lay pinned beside you, the ticking of the cooling engine, and the calling from a great height, or my mind as a bypass.
So yeah, I guess your Esther died in a car crash because she was drunk and she was driving. Okay. Oh, person. There's a person over there. You can see that, right? Person. Hello. Or that's a statue. I'm guessing that's a statue. Or a tombstone.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
Hush, hush. There was a person here. There was a person here. I saw something, and I was expecting it to be some sort of totems from a bunch of stones, or it was a statue. There was something here. And as he was proceeding on his journey. Okay, here we go. The spooks are finally here. Okay. Okay, I did not like that. Not one bit. Did not like that. Yes, yes. Wind, could you shut up for now? I'm being creeped out. Okay. And was come I near to I can't read. I don't like the music. I don't like the winds anymore. I don't like it anymore. And he was
If only
3
Donnelly
day.
had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
What? There's another Donnelly? You said Esther Donnelly, but there's a he now? There's someone with you? 3 days. I can't read that. Shit! Is that shit? I guess that's shit. Okay, something bad happened here, I guess. Okay, why is that glowing a very creepy blue hue? I don't like where this is going. Okay, buildings. Oh,
Returning to my car afterwards, hands still shaking, and a head split open by the impact. Goodbye to tearful aunts and traumatized uncles. Goodbye to the phenomenal. Goodbye to the tangible. Goodbye Wolverhampton. Goodbye Sanford. Goodbye Cromer. Goodbye Damascus. This cliff path is slippery in the dew. It is hard to climb with such an infection. I must carve out the bad flesh and sling it from the aerial. I must become infused with the very air.
Did you? Can I get inside? Ah, the moon. Okay, let's try to read that sentence on the cliff. If only the game would allow me, that is. No, I guess not. Okay, come on, game, come on. Let me climb it. Oh no, I'm actually very slow now. Oh no, I'm fast again. I'm slow again? Make up your mind, game. Okay. What are we gonna find up here? Okay, oh, don't look down. I look down. Okay, why did I do that? Okay. Let's solve this mystery. I can't even read them. I wish you could click on them and, it would show some text on the screen. Because I really can't read them. And they're probably saying something important and I don't know.
He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. He had not drunk with Donnelly or spat Jakobsen back at the sea. He had not careered across the lost shores and terminal beaches of this nascent archipelago. He did not intend his bonnet to be crumpled like a spent tissue by the impact. His windscreen was not star-studded all over like a map of the heavens. His paintwork etched with circuit diagrams, strange fish to call the gulls away. The phosphorescence of the skid marks lighting the M5 all the way from Exeter to Damascus.
Okay. What are you talking about? I don't even know anymore. It's all fragmented. This game is not telling me something. I need to find out. Come into. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, that's pretty. That's so pretty. What's this? Damascus. Okay, what am I gonna find here?
I have run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air.
You jumped, didn't you? You jumped.
Dear Esther, I have burnt my
I'm not moving.
belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Oh, Paul Jakobsen. The dude who died. Ah, okay, you jump. Okay, we're gonna hit the rocks. So what I gathered from here is that, oh, we turn into a bird. So what I'm getting here is that it's like a Dante thing. Esther was not. Yeah, Esther is not a living person he knew. I'm guessing it's like his Virgil. You know how in the Divine Comedy, Dante traveled hell with Virgil as his guide. So that's what I'm gathering from here. Our narrator is traveling through this island, exploring the story of Jacobson, the hermit, with his Virgil figure, Esther. But all in all, he's going mad because of his bladder stone, an incurable disease. That's what I'm getting at here. Or it could be not that. I don't know. This game is way deeper than what I can comprehend. That's it. But yeah, overall, it's fascinating. Really good. I like it. It was. It does. It's not really a game, but more of a story. Um, being conveyed to us as we walk through the map. But I like it. I like the where it was going and the destination it led us to. So yeah, here are the the credits. It was good. It was really good. I like it. It didn't actually have any gameplay. It just had a very interesting story, and it may not be for all people, but for me, I liked it. It was just um it was just a storytelling. It told the story, and I dig it. I dig how it told its story, and yeah. If you want to play this yourself, understand it a bit better, because my understanding could be different from your understanding, and yeah, play the game yourself. Form your own hypothesis on what it could mean, or yeah, all of it. I highly recommend this game. So buy it on Steam. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. As always, 2017. This game was made in 2017. Wow, this is a very old game. Okay. So yeah, there you have it. It's a very interesting experience. I highly recommend going through this yourself. Nitpicking it, getting the true meaning behind it all. Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. That's all I can say. It was an experience. It's not exactly a game. It was more of an experience. But that is all the time I have for this video. Again, if you want to support this channel or my writing career, I have a book on sale on Amazon, available on paperback and on Kindle format. But if you don't have the money to buy a book, you could just keep watching my videos, leave a like, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you guys on my next video. Signing up, catch you on the flip side.